Yo, I know what you here for. Let's get to that sports talk, baby. We turned up today. Sad Monday for some. Happy Victory Monday for a lot of y'all. Know what happened to us. We know what happened, but we ain't gonna talk about that yet. Let's get to that primetime game on Sunday night. Then we're going to get through those games on Sunday. Y'all bear with us. This Vance, that's your Ohio State guy, your Yankees guy, your 49ers guy, whatever you want to put him. You're going to need to talk some baseball. Right. You see the hat. His boys was in the World Series, but sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. Look at my team. We lost yesterday. So you win some.
You're legit, though. We'll talk about it. You're legit, though.
Yeah. Starting Sunday night, 26-23. Man, the Lions get Jared Goff. Hold on,
they escaped. The Lions were lucky to win this game.
Yeah, they were definitely lucky to win this game. Jake Bates makes a 52-yard.
The Houston kid
from Houston. As time expires, Lions overcome Jared Goff's 5 interceptions to beat the Texans. The Lions improved to 8-1. For the first time since 1954. 1954, that's a long time. With their 7th straight victory tonight, it's their 5th in a row at home. You feel me? So, away. It's their 5th in a row away. So, hey, they doing their thing in a way. Detroit, it looks like the best team in the NFL right now. What you saying, Vance? They do. They just do.
I think we're looking at the eventual champions. I really do.
Detroit trailed 23-7 at halftime after Jared Goff threw 3 interceptions before half and threw 2 of them in the third quarter.
Let me touch on that.
Yeah.
If I told you Jared Goff throws 5 interceptions, you would have thought they're going to get blown out. No, they ended up winning. That is nuts.
I just think they end up losing. Because 5 interceptions is a lot to overcome. People don't understand. That's a lot of interceptions in the game.
And they still won.
Yeah, that's video game like interceptions, and they still won. CJ Stroud, he threw 2 interceptions as well, but they were very critical interceptions of both the Carlton Davis. That's a good addition to that team for the Detroit, getting them 2 interceptions. So he had some critical interceptions, but Jared Goff 5 interceptions. You should have won. 2 of these interceptions I might not count because one was before halftime, clock expiring. He just throws it up. Interception. Most likely that the person that intercepted 80 yards down the field is basically he never, unless barring a miracle, they might not ever return that interception for an 80 yards. Somebody's going to end up pushing him out of bounds or tackling him. So that interception, I kind of cut that down to 4. My other interception that I don't like to be counted was the one that the D lineman makes a great play. I think it was his first interception that he had and tossed up in the air and
the one that was tipped.
Yeah, and then picked off by Jimmy Ward. That second interception I might not count. So I'm giving him 3, but the stats say what they say. 5 interceptions is a lot, and a lot to overcome.
From weeks 1 to 9, he had 4.
Yeah.
He had 5 yesterday. Like that is
went crazy. We know we seen the interception. I mean the game-winning field goal just by the skin of his teeth.
There's the snap spot.
The skin of
away. It is
the paint.
Up and it is good. He got it. We're gonna fly home on the wings of
Look how close that was.
Oh baby, good from 58. Good from 52.
I wish for the audio, but y'all know how
for a victory for the Detroit Lions.
Get us, baby.
Oh, what a comeback by this team.
Man, what a great field goal to gain, because Fairburn, the kick before that was horrifying. Fairburn was 2 for 2 in the first half, and then that I don't know what happened that drive. Maybe
that was a rough one.
That they sipped the Pepsi in the crowd. That's what they did. They say Pepsi them. Missed that shit wide to the goddamn left. Probably didn't even hit the net. Probably went into some fans' hands. And, that's how bad that interception was by Fairburn.
That thing hooked bad.
That shit was terrible. I started laughing. I called my brother. I started laughing. That's how bad that kick.
Bad.
And that was one. I told my brother, Dev, I said that might be the worst kick all year. That probably had to be the worst kick all year.
I know we're streaming, but is your boy okay?
Yeah, he's straight. That's him playing. Yeah, he does. He running around back there right now. You can't see him, but
love you, 3D.
Yes, sir. Big 3 in the back. Shout out to 3. Y'all might can see him. Hold on. Let me turn my virtual background on right quick. Don't mind the mess. I got a baby. He back there somewhere. 3.
Oh, there he is. I just saw him run by.
But yeah, Big 3 in the back. He just playing around. If y'all hear him screaming, that's just, you know what I'm saying, 1-year-old. You know them toddlers, they be going crazy these nowadays. They got to put something on for them. But hey, back to what we were talking about. It says a lot about the team, bro. I think that says a lot about the team overcoming 5 interceptions like that.
I believe wholeheartedly we're looking at the future champions. I really believe that.
Because they're different from last year, bro. This team is
they were good. They were good last year. They were good but flawed.
They were good but had a little flaws because this was they starting to come up. Now they're here. Now these guys are scary. Like these guys are legit.
They'll give us a run.
Like because there were a team last year where they went up and they could lost the game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would have, because y'all did come back in that NFC Championship and end up beating the Detroit Lions after they went up hella points. They were a team that would have lost that type of game. Now they're coming back on people. Now it's got worse.
I think something you said last year, because we called after the game. You said, and I'm going to give you some credit here. You said the Lions are good, but they're not scary. They're now both. They're now very good and very scary.
Yeah, they are very scary. They're on the
and they're. I'll let you go. I want to say one thing. People might call me out and say, "Well, your team's not great." If we play them, I think we can beat them. And here's my thing I want to say to everyone that is doubting my 49ers. We've been 5-5 outside of last year, 3 for the last 5 years. Do you know what every year has in common?
Y'all beat the Detroit Lions?
No. NFC Championship.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So, again, I think Detroit are different, as you pointed out, because they were up big and we came back on them. The one thing that worries me, running game. Because when Jameson Williams gets loose, he's hard to catch. But keyword, when he gets loose.
Montgomery, when Montgomery and Amon-Ra St. Brown, they get going, you know that's an ignition. And in that second half, they were better than what they were in the first half. So when you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, because we seen them set up Montgomery set them up with that screenplay, and then they came across with Amon-Ra St. Brown with their own screenplay, Amon-Ra straight to the end zone. You know what I'm saying?
I think another thing is
it's hard to turn those guys off.
I think another thing is with my team, the guy that burnt them all in the NFC all game, the NFC Championship game. Who was the one guy that burned him?
Who?
You know this. Who's the one guy that burnt him? You wanted him.
Say the question again, though.
Who was the one guy? The music is hard to focus with the music. Who's the one guy that burnt them in the NFC Championship game last year?
You got fucking Debo?
No.
I'm not sure.
Burnt him.
I see why you burnt it, but he got that crazy catch though.
The ricochet,
that shit was crazy.
Tip and then it bounced into his hand. He burnt him all game though.
But we got a comment here from Texas FPV. He said, "Bro, you are sleeping on the Lions if you think the Niners could take the Lions."
I think we can because we did.
The thing is, y'all are not the same. I'm gonna be real with you, Vince. Y'all are not the same team from last year. Y'all definitely a hurt team. Christian McCaffrey did come back. That's a good add-on to that. But the Niners are playing on a whole different level than what the 49ers are. the last couple wins haven't been that great for the 49ers, man. So you got to be real. You got
I'll be
this
real,
one.
but so
You were in a close game with this one with Baker Mayfield, and he doesn't even have Godwin and Mike Evans.
But we also, let's be fair, we also left points out there too. We missed 3 field goals.
Yeah, you did miss 3 field goals, but we'll get into that in just a second.
Hutch is hurt this year.
Yeah, the Lions had no defense last year other than Hutch. Yeah, Hutch. Yeah,
and Hutch is hurt this year.
Yeah, Hutch is hurt now, but the defense. They still had Brian Branch last year. They still have some guys on that, but their defense is way better now. And once you plug in Zadarius Smith, hopefully they can keep them beyond this year. And you got them on the other side of Hutchinson. Those are some dogs, bro. And that, like I said, Carlton Davis been playing well. The 2 interceptions brought him back in this game. Some of the interceptions from Jared Goff were terrible. He's throwing it into coverage.
One was a double coverage. That one was bad.
Really, once they seen Jared Goff, because Jared Goff can sometimes lose you some games, they said, hey, let's start getting our guys involved. Let's start getting our guys involved in Jahmyr Gibbs
I'm having trouble hearing
David
you and
Montgomery.
the music.
Okay, I'll cut the music down.
Yeah, I can't hear you. It's hard to hear you. All right. See, I know I agree with you. I just think the thing is, Brian, like back to what you were saying. Go ahead.
But yeah, once they see Jared Goff starting to lose you the game, they say, hey, look, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, y'all niggas better start balling. That's what they said. That was 2 different teams. Yes, that was two. It wasn't. It's still the same team from last year. I wouldn't say those are 2 different teams. Toxic, because they still had their core guys. You still got Goff. You still got Montgomery. You still had Montgomery last year. You still had Jahmyr Gibbs last year. You still had Jameson Williams last year. Yes, some of those guys were injured, but now they are on a whole nother level. They had some time together. They believe on what they can do. So yes, that is 2 different, I would say, mindsets than teams, because that was a young rookie team last year. Now they kind of matured. You feel me?
The one thing that I wanted to say, which I feel like you would agree with me on, is you said this last stream, and I kind of glanced over it. I think everyone in the stream did. Jared Goff should be getting some MVP love. You said it last stream.
Yeah.
He should get some MVP love.
Jared Goff should get some MVP love, but with 5 interceptions in this game might kind of diminish him down in that category, because when you throw 5 interceptions, it's kind of come back. But we raise the sales. We'll get to your comment in just a second, but we're going to get through our point, and then we'll get to the comment, or we're just going to be, you know what I'm saying? But we definitely going to get to your comment. Jared Goff definitely deserves a lot of love, because a lot of people were tearing him down once he left the Rams. Let's be real. They didn't get he got to the Super Bowl, but couldn't get it done. And then we were basically saying Jared Goff is washed. He's terrible. He's going to the Lions, where the Lions ain't going to do nothing. Matthew Stafford leaves. Everybody will save Matthew Stafford from the Lions, save Matthew Stafford because he's so good and the Detroit Lions are so bad. And then Jared Goff gets there and he turns the whole shit around. He got his young guys.
To be fair to Stafford, though, and I hate the Rams, he got his ring first. He did get his ring, though.
He got his ring first. That's what I'm saying. He got his ring first. So Jared Goff was basically sent to the Lions to die. You agree with me, Vance?
Yes.
Let's be real. Jared Goff got sent to the Lions.
To the Lions' den.
Yes.
He got sent. The leader.
He got sent to the Lions to die. So, like I said, yes, he should get some love because of the biggest things he's done. Like, not to come back to my team, but I'm going to compare him in this way. With Jaden Daniels, he comes into a Washington Commanders team that had no expectations.
That's the best situation to come into, though.
Yeah, and we're going to get to that just in a second. He comes into the worst situation and actually turns it around. Yes, he got his Dan Quinn and these guys, but nobody thought that Dan Quinn was going to come and turn the Redskins / Commanders / football team, whatever you want to call them. And he turns them around. Jared Goff, he comes in there and turns things around with his young guys. But Raise the Sale says the difference is Goff doesn't get down on himself when that shit Yeah, when the shit hits the fan for real, when that shit happens.
I agree. There's one thing I want to talk about that with. That's the thing I like with these veterans. Definitely poised. He's very stoic and poised. That's the thing with Jared Goff is he's always stoic and poised. We're gonna touch on it, so I just want to bring it up now. That's why I think I don't know about you, Dean. I don't want to speak for you. That's why I don't trust Caleb Williams. Because he's too about himself, and then when he does bad, like yesterday, he gets down on himself.
Yeah. And you can see it. The thing is,
you can see it in his body language.
You can see it. You can't. The thing is, when things are not going your way, the worst thing you can do is show the body language on the sideline.
Because the teammates feed off that.
Because the teammates are feeding off that. The sideline is feeding off of something like that. And so when you see your sorry ass on the sideline, nigga, get your ass up. Let's go. You the quarterback of the Chicago Bears. You're the quarterback. So when things get like that, yes, you can see the poise in Jared Goff where he makes no facial expression, where he comes in there. He's still going to take chances. Even though Jared Goff is at his 5th interception, the guy is still throwing it downfield. The guy is still trying to make plays. So by him going through something like that, and because back then with Jared Goff, if he had something like that, he would have lost the game. It would have been bad. We would have blamed it on him. Honestly, the time that Jared Goff was in with the Lions, and you can say if you disagree with me or you agree with me. I'm sorry. Yes, he took the Rams to a Super Bowl, but when he was on the Lions, when he was on the Rams, he was compared to a Jimmy Garoppolo, a manager, got you to the Super Bowl. Yeah, Sean McVay was the play caller. Kyle Shanahan sort of the play caller. Yes, Brock Purdy's the baller. I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody says. I agree with Vance. He's the baller.
Here's the thing. It took a minute for Dino to come around, but Dino did text me a couple weeks ago, and he's like, I
don't care what nobody say. Brock Purdy's a baller. You can call him a game manager, but Jimmy Garoppolo's a game manager.
Yes.
And with the Rams, Jared Goff was a game manager. Now Jared Goff is a game changer. He knows to get that shit down the field, and he knows how to get that shit to his best players. Toxic FPB, bro. I low key am loving that what Washington is doing. They were such a bad team, and now our problem, bro. Appreciate the love because I've been through all of it. I've been through Taylor Heineke. I've been through a broken leg in Alex Smith. I've been through even Mark Sanchez getting in there. I've been through old Adrian Peterson on the back half of his years, and we think we're doing something with Adrian Peterson, one of the worst teams in the league. The last time we did something was Kirk Cousins, and think about that. Kirk Cousins has been on. After Washington, Kirk Cousins was on the Vikings.
2 teams.
The Falcons.
And now Atlanta.
It seems like forever. Yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I got to say 2 things. I got to say 2 things. For people listening, I learned this one the hard way. He'll hear no Kirk slander, which is fair.
I won't hear no Kirk slander. He's like that. I'm sorry.
And I'll hear no Garoppolo slander. But here's the reason that here's the one thing I want to say. So a couple weeks ago, we were on.
Raise the Sales agrees with you, Vance. He agrees with you with Caleb.
Because I'll explain why in a second. Yeah. But I want to get back to something that you had said. You and me had this debate. I think it was 3 weeks ago. And I had said Brock Purdy's going to be a guy in this league, and you said he's nothing special. The game that changed your mind. Do you remember what game that was?
No.
It was the game. Let me look at it here. I have this marked here. Let me look at it.
And we're talking about who?
It was the game against the Seahawks when he had 355 yards, was 18.
Oh, you talking about Garoppolo?
No, for Brock. For
Brock. Oh yeah, Brock like that. Like I said,
the one that changed. The one that because you called him a game manager forever.
I was calling him the game off the rip. Hey, y'all can agree with me off the rip in the chat, and y'all can tell me Brock was a game manager. I don't give a fuck what anybody said.
And then here's the thing:
I'm seeing this nigga.
Doing 3 weeks ago, he threw for 355 yards, was 18 of 28, and had 3 touchdowns. And you texted me, you're like, okay, I was wrong.
Yeah, I was definitely wrong.
Now, the Caleb not going to do much. Here's the reason. I'm not. So USC is outside of a couple guys, is not known for their quarterbacks. Neither is Ohio State until very recently. Again, C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields. Caleb's not the guy for me, and you didn't like him coming out either. A lot of people did. You and I were off the bandwagon. And I can say this because you and I talked about this. We were not Caleb guys. We both thought Jaden would be better. He's proven to be. We thought, I don't know about you, I thought Drake May would end up being better and Bo Nix would both be better.
Oh, yeah.
Caleb, yesterday, Drake May looked better than Caleb. I'm sorry, he did.
The thing is,
Drake May
what Toxic is saying right here with the Caleb is not, because you got your take. I do agree with your take.
He's a more talent. I'll put it like this: he's a more talented Zach Wilson, in my opinion.
Because we know what happens with Chicago, y'all. Let's stop acting like Chicago is that place to go to and everything is gonna be rah. Yes, I feel like they did stack the team for Caleb, but if you don't got nobody
for Justin,
if you don't got nobody to block, then it doesn't matter what weapons you got. It doesn't matter what type of play calls you're doing, bruh.
The blocking thing I don't really agree with for one reason. Who's blocking for Drake May?
There's nobody that
exactly.
I will agree
great.
with saying what a situation. Chicago is a bad place to go to. Let's be honest.
New England.
I got you a stat right here, though. Last two number one combined records for the number one overall picks. 7-21 for the second overall picks in Jaden Daniels and C.J. Stroud. 22-11. So it's looking like the number two pick is looking better than number one.
Do you have a third pick thing?
When you a third pick, you just throwing out there. Bo Nix, I still don't know about yet. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Bo Nix wasn't third. Drake May was.
Yeah, I mean, Drake May had played in a good game, but Patriots still not good. Let's be real. Patriots still not good.
I'm a Drake May believer. I know you're not quite there yet, but the one thing I will say is that he has no O-line and he's making it look easy. I want to ask you a question because you and I have proven right so far. What was tell the people, I know this. Tell the people why you don't believe in Caleb. I know why. Tell the listeners why you don't. I know why.
I think Caleb for real is in the situation probably at first he seemed like he wanted to be in. They bring in Keenan Allen. You know, you've been playing with him on Madden and shit. You know what I'm saying? You've been playing with Keenan Allen on Madden and shit. This your boy you've been watching since you grown up. Damn, they bringing in DeAndre Swift. Damn, DJ Moore's still there. So, hey, I'm about to ball out. But then he get into the situation, Matt Eberflus and all that stuff going on. But like I said, we gonna get into all that. I don't want to get too deep into that, but we got, you know what I'm saying? We got topics. We got stuff to go through. We stay on the live stream. Y'all hit that like, y'all hit that subscribe button. Hey, we on here at 7 p.m. We're gonna be on here on Tuesday after this month. Tomorrow after this Monday night game today. But yeah, man, hey, just keep tuning in. Toxic, raise the sales, keep tuning in. We're gonna talk to y'all all through this stuff.
Funny enough, Toxic, funny enough, I said to Dino pre-draft, because Dino he wasn't a Caleb guy, but he called me crazy for saying they should have kept Justin. Do you now agree with me, Dino? You agree now?
They should have kept. You give one more year for Justin and
I said to Dino, add the weapons they have plus Justin Fields. I think they're better.
And Justin wins games sometimes. He can win you some games better than what the hell you doing now. I said though, and like we talked about, Vance, that Hail Mary killed him. That Hail Mary destroyed him.
You said something on that live stream.
Hey, John.
You said something on that live stream that I want to repeat because I think it's really important. Did you see how deflated Caleb looked?
Yeah.
You said something. You said his confidence was gone. And you were correct. Yeah. His confidence is gone.
Yeah. For a fact. But
that was a rough one.
Yeah, it's gone. But we got to talk about it. You know, I don't want to talk about it, but you know, we got to do the losses. We got to do the wins. Washington Commanders They was up by more than 10 at one point. Mike Williams decided to do whatever he wanted to do at the end. Jaden Daniels, Darius, the D tackle, jumps off sides. We had a Zach Ertz. It might have been the first down. It might have not been the first down. Which y'all, I don't know if y'all agree or not agree. Y'all put it in the chat. But Pittsburgh has been balling out so far. Russell Wilson is undefeated since he's been the starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are looking scary. Warren, he's a definite beast of a dog when he gets in there. Najee Harris, he could be on and off. You know what I'm saying? Defense played well for the Washington Commanders, even though the score says 28. Jeremy Chin, he had a turnover. He had it going on. We battled on defense, but the offense just couldn't score down the stretch. I don't know what to say about it. Like I said, they just added Mike Williams through trade. Got that.
That was a good trade.
Yeah. Russell Wilson, an interception, 3 TD passes in this game, 195 yards. Decent game. Wasn't great throughout the game, but they managed to win the game. This was a Pittsburgh type Steelers type game, hanging in there until they need to win.
You know why it was so reminiscent of a Steelers game? All defense until the end. Defense
and rush and running the ball for real. Because
yes.
I got to give my shout out to George Pickens doing this thing. He got that he got that touchdown for him, bagging my rookie. 5 receptions for 91 yards out of George Pickens in this one. He balled out. Terry McLaurin also balled out, 5 receptions for 113 yards. Austin Eckler with 2 touchdowns on the day. It could have been a first down. I think it was a first down. I feel like my guy Zach Ertz got the first down.
I watched the highlights, and I knew that we were going to talk about this. I thought it was a first down too, but I'll put it like this.
Look, that's where he caught it. That's where he caught it. He went straight down, bro. That's what I'm saying. They do this on my team. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting emotional right now because we should have won that one.
I get it like this. I get the call. Do I believe it's a first down? Yes, but I get the call. I do. I really do. Heat of the moment, bang, bang play. I get it.
And it wasn't enough to overturn it too as well. But
where's the ball versus where the? Well, I think they're thinking.
It's a ticky-tacky type play.
Yeah, where's the ball and where's the line?
Yes, man. And I feel like he got enough to turn it right there. For some reason, all year, Zach Ertz has been doing something where he just catches and he gets right there at the first down line, but he doesn't want to go over. He's either 1 yard short or 2 yards short, or he not getting that shit. If you've been watching my team, you know. But, man, we should have won that game. The Steelers did their thing. Like I said, Russell Wilson, Mike Tomlin, and everybody was on Mike Tomlin's throat when they said, but when you bench Justin Fields and he's winning the game, he's winning these games, and nobody wanted to give Mike Tomlin his credit. Hey, and they said Mike Tomlin said, he said he's compensated well. He is compensated well to do those type of decisions. And since Russell Wilson has been in there, Najee Harris has got a resurgence out of nowhere, even though he looked like a bust at first. George Pickens wasn't getting the ball like with Justin Fields as much. He's starting to ball out 100 yards. Near 100 yards in this game. Like I said, it was a ticky-tack. They got the rookie with the hard count coming off sides and whatnot. But the biggest thing here was Russell Wilson getting it done. Mike Williams, Mike Tomlin getting it done. I said whoever coaches well will win this game. I said that. I said whoever coaches the best will win this game. And Mike Tomlin, he's 25-6 now against rookies. How do you feel about that? He just he just knows.
I go to school in PA, so I mean, I see Steelers stuff every day. The one thing I will say is, again, anyone that knows Steeler fans, and you know this being here for a short time, it's the Steelers and every other team in this city. You know that. So when they won, the one thing I will say is all my friends that are not like nutty, they are actually objective Steeler fans, they're with you. They're like, we didn't deserve to win this game, but they said this, we both played bad. We were just a better bad team in this game. And I was like, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one thing I will say, I wanted to ask you, because this had been on my mind yesterday, and I wanted to ask you. So, we said where Chicago is the place where quarterbacks go to die. So I need to ask this: would your team have this record right now with 18 under center as opposed to 5? I gotta ask it. You said Chicago is the place where they go to die. Would Caleb be the guy right now if he was on your team and not Chicago? What do you
That's
think?
a good question. I like that question, Vance, because we had the second overall pick, and we could have maybe had Caleb if they would have drafted Jaden Daniels. So I do got to answer that question. I would say, man, that's a hard thing to say. But I think we do. I think we do. This is my reason, because Caleb Williams has Cliff Kingsbury. That's the guy he coached at USC. That was his head coach at USC. That was his play caller. Yes, it was.
Lincoln Riley was his.
It was Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury
at USC. No, it wasn't. It was Lincoln Riley. My dad's a USC fan. It was Lincoln Riley.
Let me look, because he was his offensive coordinator or something. I'm telling you, Cliff Kingsbury was his guy. That's who.
The Cardinals. Look up the head coach. It was Lincoln Riley. My dad's a USC fan. Cliff Kingsbury was not the head coach. It was Lincoln Riley.
Yo, y'all tell me in the chat if y'all tell me in the chat, because right here, I'm finna put you on game.
Talking about Caleb Williams, head coach?
Yes, it was either his
Lincoln Riley,
his offensive coordinator. Yes, offensive coordinator. Cliff Kingsbury was the offensive coordinator for USC. The play caller. That was his guy. And then we hired him. I'm telling you, it says it right here.
That's news to me. I think the head coach. I was like, no, that's. I'm like, no, that's. There's a green screen. I can't see anything. Yeah.
Hold on, let me see the background. But not to get lost in the sauce, but I don't really want to show this guy Russell Wilson. We should have won that game. Let's be real. Anybody that was watching that game, we had that shit in the bag, and we just lost that shit in the Steelers' way at the end. He was
an offensive analyst because Lincoln calls the game. Because I'm not a USC guy. My dad's part USC, part Ohio State. So,
and that was at the
Washington played into the.
That's
a rookie mistake right there.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm happy. What are we doing? Why are you jumping? You're right by the ball. You're a deep tackle. Why do we even have rookies in there right now? Like that's the worst thing that can happen. My camera went off, but I'm still here. Like some bullshit. Like, but there was a lot of things that happened in that game anyway. That really came down to us losing the game. Jaden Daniels missed a lot of throws down the stretch. We got a fumble at the goal line. Got Jalen Warren, whatever his first name is.
Jalen Warren,
yeah. We got him to fumble at the goal line. Then we get the ball back. Then we do nothing with it. Then we give him the ball again. And Mike Williams does what he does, and that was all she wrote. And then the rookie at the end put the cherry on top with that miss with that coming off sides. You know what I'm saying? That's just typical old rookies, man. Typical old rookies.
So you really do, because I'm with you. You think if Caleb's on your team, the record's the same? I agree.
I think it'll be the same because Cliff Kingsbury coached them. I think they would be on the same page more than Matt Eberflus.
I think the other thing for me is I don't know if it's Chicago as much as we said the same thing about Trevor Lawrence, where it's like, oh, these generational talents. It's like, no, there's not many of those.
Yeah, there's really not.
We got some. Yeah, we said Trevor was going to work out.
Yeah. Okay, now we got some news. Okay, it seems like there's a problem with the sun in the stadium for the Dallas Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, he said he can't see. Talk to reporters talking about he blind or whatnot. He legally blind out that motherfucker. I don't know if anybody's seen it where they even had the shade up.
Do you think that was Ferguson's
McCarthy
ball?
in the back?
There was Cowboy fans like, no, that was Ferguson's ball. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
Nah. It was definitely for CD. He said he couldn't see. I mean, I understand. It's been a lot of problems over the years.
The fans are trying to play it off. They're like, that was Ferguson's ball. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
What Jerry Jones says from CD's comments, you know what I'm saying? They had the interview or whatnot, said he didn't want the curtains and whatnot. He said, we do know where the damn sun is going to be in our own stadium. So let's tear that.
Why not put a blind up?
Yeah, he said, well, let's tear the damn stadium down and build another one. You kidding me?
Did you also see the quote today? And listen, put the breaking news thing up again because I got some. Put the sounder up again.
Let's do it again. Breaking news.
So you sent this to me, but I think we need to talk about it. Jerry Jones wants to move on from Dak Prescott. You sent me that video.
Oh, yeah. It didn't seem like he wanted to move on. He just said the offense was playing better, which I don't know what he sees. They were in this game against the Eagles.
I think he's going off last year because they were 6-1 with Cooper Rush. But the one thing that I actually told my dad about that, and I want to tell you his response because, there's a lot of people that were saying that. Something I want to tell you. I have a friend here who you know, so I'm not going to give a name because you know him. He goes, I want to see Trey Lance get a shot. And my dad goes, please, you'll lose every game. Please play him.
Trey Lance ain't going to get no shot or nothing like that.
But here's the reason that they're saying that is because what was the main – because you said this to me and I think we both agreed. What's the main thing that Trey Lance lacks?
A lot of things. You still married to Trey Lance because you're talking about Trey Lance too much.
I'm saying this. I'm saying it because I don't like the Cowboys. What's the one thing he lacks that we didn't give him either? Snaps.
He really hurt. He didn't have a lot of snaps, and he hasn't had a lot of snaps.
1 year of college.
He played
1 year of college. Yeah.
So hey.
So that was my thing. Is I'm like, you want the kid to play. Like my thing is the comments that Jerry Jones has made. It's like, okay, you traded for the kid. But you said there's no spot for him, so why trade for him? I've never understood Jerry Jones, and I want to ask you a question before moving on because this is important. Do the Cowboys need a real GM? What do you think?
The Cowboys gonna need a real something because Jerry old ass don't know what the fuck he's putting together. I think that guy.
I agree with you.
I think that guy is an idiot, honestly. For a lot of Cowboy fans that I know. They think the same goddamn thing because you out here.
Yeah, you won 3 Super Bowls. You won
out here trading
30 years ago. Yeah,
you out here trading picks that you really can't afford to trade because you got a lot of problems going on. But like I said, there's a lot of things going. We're gonna get back a little bit back on topic because we got to talk about a little bit back about the game.
Your background.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my background back up, but.
I think the sun thing, that's kind of a weird thing that Jerry Jones said. Like, you know where the sun's going to be. It's your stadium.
Yes, but I don't know. They should definitely have something to go over this. Look at this shit. I can't even see, and I'm not even on the field. I'm looking at the computer screen, and I'm like, damn. I mean, of course he couldn't see the football, Jerry. What the fuck is this big ass hole in the middle of the stadium?
He's looking right into it.
It's a big ass hole in the middle of your stadium. You gonna blame?
He's staring right at the sun.
You gonna blame CD for not making a comment about that? And it's been a problem for a long time. And y'all having this blind ass big ass hole in this.
I guarantee you, he's not the only one that's complained. I guarantee it.
Exactly. He's not the only one that's complained. There's probably been hella players. I'm surprised the quarterback ain't said no shit, but I bet you Dak in the background like, yeah. Yeah.
Hell
But
yeah.
I understand that takes a lot of money to do that type of stuff. And he's already spent a lot of money. But he is a billionaire. You own the Dallas Cowboys. You got to limit it. What does Russell Wilson say? No, I don't want to say. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say.
You're not. No, I get. I know. I get what you're saying, but yeah, you might not want to say that.
I don't want to say. You get what I'm saying, but I ain't gonna put too much on Russell Wilson because I'm not liking him right now. I would slap this. If I see Russell Wilson right in front of me right now, I might hit him with one of these.
He's a good guy.
Smack him right down his damn lips off.
He's a good guy.
I don't give a damn. I'm a football fan. I don't care. I don't know him in real life. I know if I walk out and see on him on the front street, on the street, I would slap this shit out of Russell Wilson.
Did you see him in downtown DC? Well,
see him right down in downtown DC. You're lucky I wasn't down at the stadium. Jalen, I feel like it was a good game from AJ Brown. They got it going. Jalen Hurts played really well. Been playing really well for their team. So far.
This is one of those games I need to ask the question because I ask it every stream, but I need to ask it. Did the Eagles play good or did the Cowboys play bad?
I think the Cowboys are just a bad team. Let's be real, chat. Like this team is terrible.
But and what do you think is more likely? The Eagles play good or the Cowboys play bad?
I think the start of it. I think the Cowboys play bad. I'm 1,000% that on the side that the Cowboys play bad. People were going with Cowboys fans. I'm hearing y'all out there. Cooper Rush won us a lot of games down the stretch. Maybe if we get Cooper Rush back in there, we might get some W's down the line. You remember he won like 5 straight games that one time we had him in and whatnot. So, I'm talking my shit. And now, since this happened, it ain't no goddamn hope. It ain't no hope for the Dallas Cowboys no more.
They've been really quiet.
You don't got no O-line. You don't got nobody to get the ball downfield. And Cooper Rush was so bad in the game, he was muffing at the snap. You see what he was muffing the snap.
Funny enough, they were saying he shouldn't have been in pistol. He shouldn't have been. That was on him. He shouldn't have been in pistol formation. He should have been under center. He should have been directly under center.
I think being under center is worse because if you don't clamp your hands on it, that shit might like this shit is a regular toss. You do this shit every day. That's the shit that don't make sense to me.
The thing is, there's some miscommunication somewhere.
Yes, there's a definite discommunication. I mean, they're just a bad football team, and they're probably not expecting Dak to be out that much like that. And I'm on the side of that. You really didn't think you're gonna lose your starting quarterback. Micah Parsons was a resurgence on defense because the defense did play well in this first half. Like I said, up until the third quarter, it was 14-6. So the Cowboys were hanging in there defensively. But
yes,
the offense was so bad that they really couldn't stand. They really couldn't sustain it because you see
after you sustain drives.
Yeah, after you seen Cooper Rush fumble a snap, I would have been done right there. And then you got Zeke at the goal line. That shit come straight out of his hands. After all that complaining he's doing, after all the meetings he's doing, after all the missed meetings, after him complaining about his touches so far, and you get a touch and you fumble straight at the back of the goal line. You can't be crying and doing all that shit and you not playing well, bro. I don't like that. You doing all that complaining, that hissing and all that stuff, and you ain't playing well. And your starting running back's name is Rico Dowdle. That sounds like shit. Some shit.
Oh God.
Does that not sound bad? My starting running back's name is Rico Dowdle. That's a shitty ass running back roster. I'm sorry. And one more thing, Vance, and you can take it away from you can take it away from here.
Go ahead.
Cooper Rush had 45 yards passing.
I was watching First Things First, a clip from it today, and you know what they said? They were showing the 45 yards passing, and they were showing the last 5 starts, and the guy's like, I guarantee you Dak had 45 yards on some of those drives. Like
that shit.
I gotta grab something, but I don't think there's one thing I don't think we understand as a people is, and I'm just gonna say this because I don't think we understand what we're looking at or talking about. Is one thing. Yes, Dak is injury prone. That doesn't shock anyone. The thing that also doesn't shock anyone is the fact that people tell me all the time they have the best backup quarterback. Well, we saw yesterday that's just not the case.
Yeah, it's not the case. Not the case.
I could make an argument that 2 years ago, the Niners had the best third-string quarterback in football, who's now our starter.
Yeah, and Brock.
I could make that argument, and here's the thing. It's not a dumb argument.
When Brock was the third string, nobody knew him. Let's be real. He was Mr. Irrelevant.
But I'm saying it's not a bad argument now.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you because I know that you don't like either of these teams.
Yo, one more thing, one more stat here.
Go ahead.
And this is going to surprise you. Hold on. Never mind. I was reading it wrong. I thought the Cowboys got 5 turnovers. It says they committed 5 turnovers. Never mind.
Yeah, Trey Lance an interception, I know.
But
I got
AJ Brown went off. Yeah.
I got a question for you because I know you don't like either of these teams, but I feel like I need to ask it because they're in your division.
I blame Jerry too.
With the right quarterback, who's more of a threat, Dallas or New York?
New York, because with New York, with New York, you got
Malik Neighbors.
I don't care what nobody says. Malik Neighbors is him.
He's him. Yo, he's good.
Unless Lucky Jaden Daniels is like that, or he would be guaranteed rookie of the year because Malik Neighbors is one of them. And then that running back they got in Tracy, he did fumble at the end of the game. That was a fumble that kind of happened, but he had 100 yards in that game.
And I'm gonna give you credit, but
Daniel Jones is something he's terrible.
I'm gonna repeat something you said, but I'm gonna give you credit for saying it. You said something last stream that I thought was real smart. You said that you hate the Giants, so I know that it hurt you to say this, but it was the truth. You said you believe wholeheartedly the Giants are a quarterback away.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is just a bad quarterback, and now they look. And I know Giants fans are still like, I can't believe we got. Just imagine if you said, we're getting rid of Daniel Jones, we're gonna draft, because I don't know what draft pick did they have last year. I'm not sure what draft pick they had last year.
Let me look at it.
But say we got a competent quarterback in last year's draft, or even kept Saquon, made this a duck year. You got Malik Neighbors, you keep Saquon. Daniel Jones just plays another year, but you get the pick this year, and you get Travis Hunter.
Giants had the 6th pick.
Or you get Shador Sanders.
They were 6th last year.
Like, come on, yo. The Giants, Daniel Jones is just a terrible player. He's just not good. You can see some type of highlights in him a couple times, but other than that, he is not a good quarterback.
I want to give you credit. You said literally the Giants are a good quarterback away from being a scary, scary team. Now let me ask you a question.
Y'all tell me I
want to ask a question. Let me make a statement.
Yeah.
How nuts would it be if after next year, just hear me out. Hear me out.
Yep.
Arch Manning, Giants.
Yeah, Giants.
Arch Manning follows his uncle's footsteps, gets drafted by the Giants.
That would be tough, but they don't got that long. They do not got that long to be waiting. The Giants fans are suffering too bad to not get a quarterback. But
I'm just saying, think about that would just full circle at that point.
With what we're seeing.
Let's see what Jerry's saying right here. Hold on, let me play the audio.
As far as I'm
Is this the one you sent me?
We're just not playing in a way, especially.
Hold on.
Was that the one you sent me?
It might be, but I'm not sure. I just feel like Jerry anytime I see Jerry on here, he might be saying some dumb shit.
As frustrated as you've been with the team in a situation? Well, I'm frustrated like everybody else is, but since I had a lot to do with what we're seeing, then it's the proper frustration as far as I'm concerned. That
why did they interview him?
Not playing in a way.
He's the owner of the team, but you don't need to interview him.
I've never seen the owner of the Niners get interviewed ever.
Yeah, that's
I think something you said, something you and I have talked about on our radio show previously, is why here's the thing, and I got a bone to pick with not you, but people that are okay with that. Do you see any other owner of any other team getting interviewed and loving the spotlight as much as Jerry Jones?
Yeah, he wants the spotlight.
I'm going to be honest with you, and this is me. I don't even know what the owner of the Niners looks like, but I know what Jerry Jones looks like. Like, think about that. You don't even know what my favorite team looks like.
Yeah,
I don't. I've never seen him in my life.
Yeah, there's 1,000 owners I've never seen.
I've seen Jerry Jones I see Jerry Jones at least once a week.
It's a problem. It is a problem. But moving on, the 49ers pull it off on a game-winning field goal. Moody missed 3 field goals in the first half. I mean, not in the first half, missed 3 critical field goals throughout the game, but makes the winning field goal down the line. Deebo Samuels proceeds to stiff the long snapper in the face, was very frustrated with his special teams throughout the game. He said he was pretty. He got out of character. He did say he admitted he got out of character a little bit.
Yeah, he choked out Tabor Pepper.
Yeah, and then we got Ricky yeah. He told me, hey, Vance threw it on for y'all. So, how do you feel about this win, Vance? Y'all got that win today, yesterday. Moody missing the field goals. Go through everything throughout this game and give us your story, your up and downs throughout this game, or how you just felt.
I actually watched this game in real time. My dad and I were kind of texting back and forth during the game. This was, interestingly enough, yards-wise, this was Brock Purdy's best game yardage-wise. And at the same time, he didn't, I'll put it like this. Did he play out of his mind? No. But he had 353 yards, 25 of 36, 2 touchdowns. McCaffrey did damn near nothing, which is weird to say. Jawan Jennings played good. But 25 of 36, 353 for Brock. So he played out of his mind. The thing that we have got, and this is why I have such a problem with kickers. That game should not have been close if Jake Moody's healthy. Again, he ankle got rolled up on early in the season. We left 9 points out there. You can't. That game should not have been as close as it was. It honestly shouldn't have. Yeah, we left 9 points out there.
And then I seen where like Baker Mayfield was making some crazy plays down the stretch. You can't even lie. That one where he was stiff arming Bosa and he threw it down that sideline, that was a type of crazy ass play.
Yeah, that was a good play.
Purdy's play was crazy with George Kittle. He was running around and just hit George Kittle at the back. I done seen that twice with George Kittle. You remember the one when George Kittle went up on 3 people and caught it?
Oh yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was the type of play. Him and George Kittle getting on the page, that a really nice page so far, since a lot of people have been in and out the lineup. Like I said, Ricky Pearsall, the rookie, he gets shot, and now he scores his first touchdown since that.
What a story! What a story for that kid.
Yeah, man, he really balled out in that game. Really did his thing in that game. Yes, the game shouldn't have been that close, but Buccaneers are not a bad team. If they have Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, their record will be way better than what it is. But they are a tough team on defense. Bucky Irvin is no joke. That man can run the ball. He's a very good.
The thing, and something I gotta say, because I was wrong. I admit when I'm wrong, but I gotta give Dino credit for one thing. Dino has been a Baker guy since day one. I've bailed on Baker. I bailed on Baker 2 years ago. Dino, I gotta say,
like Baker Mayfield got him a win with the Browns a win. They got him a win in the playoffs.
No, what I want to say is this: I bailed on Baker after he left the Browns. You've stayed loyal to Baker because you told me he's going to have a resurgence, and you were spot on. What did you see that made you feel that way?
Because Baker's always had that mindset. He's always been that type of guy where he thinks he's the guy all the time. So eventually, and name that with anybody. When you think you're that guy, you play and you start, and then eventually you start to play like you that guy. Like
then you
in
start
your
to believe
mind,
it.
if you keep telling yourself one thing every single day that you the best to ever do it, you the best at this thing, and you the best.
You're gonna believe
eventually you're gonna be the best. Eventually you're gonna be the best. If that's something you put in your mind to every single day. Like I said, practice makes perfect, and Baker has just been waiting on that good situation. The Browns situation to start off was a bad situation anyways. Them guys didn't know what to do at the quarterback position. They've had the most quarterbacks through the last decade than any other team anyway. So that was a bad situation.
So let me ask you a question. So the Browns not knowing what they're doing at quarterback shocks you?
No. It doesn't shock me. But what I'm saying is that's a bad situation. The Panthers.
Yeah.
You see with Bryce Young. Yes, Bryce Young has just got a second win of his career. Shout out to Bryce Young. But the Panthers are still a bad organization. Eventually, they're going to blame Bryce Young down the line when he starts losing games.
They're going to scapegoat him.
Yes, exactly. But sticking with it, I like what Moody did down the line, making the field goal, picking up for all his loss. You could do that. If you could do for all those missed field goals you missed down the stretch, and you hit that game-winning field goal, hey, you got it. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Deebo Samuel, a public apology. Because you got to say you sorry after that. You can't be hitting the nigga in the face and then messing with him and then doing all that.
This play, bro, right here.
Yeah, that was the insane play. I think that was the insane play. That was a dot.
Okay. That was, again, NFL-style quarterback. Last pick, I don't care. Not many quarterbacks. Play that again. Play that again one more time, because watch the feet. You can't, the thing that, this is why he is in the league and Trey Lance is not.
Some Brock Purdy,
This is why he's a starter and Trey Lance isn't, because he sees downfield. He trusts his arm. Oh, dang it.
Sorry, a little laggy. They said, look, we seen it.
Purdy.
Not even the running around. The throw is just beautiful.
Sets his feet, throwing end zone for Kittle.
Down.
He did.
That was a good play.
Touchdown.
That's a difficult play. That's a difficult play, y'all. So don't, like Van said, don't come for his boy. They get that dub, though. They get out of there with that win. Y'all move to 5-4. Not a great record. Cardinals are doing their thing. They've been running over the Jets. And we're going to get into that right now. Vance, what the hell is going on with the Jets? What the hell is going on with the Jets? Aaron Rodgers seemed supposed to be the savior.
Yeah. Did I
he was
trust
supposed
the Jets
to be coming
before
to
the
be
season?
You got
exactly. Did I trust the Jets before the season? I did not. But the one thing that you said, which, I mean, you've been spot on this entire year with your picks. You said it wasn't going to work, and you were right.
Yeah. You're right. It's just a bad situation.
You called it. You literally said it wasn't going to work. You literally said this is not going to work, and you were spot on.
We got an old Aaron Rodgers. That's what he is.
Here's the thing.
He's an old Aaron Rodgers.
Here's the thing, and you have no problem. You're an A-Rod guy. You have no problem with Aaron Rodgers. He's just not good.
You can't lose this bad, y'all. You got Devontae Adams. You asked for these certain amount of people to be here. You asked for these people to get fired. They even brought in washed up, dusty ass Randall Cobb from out of the abyss.
Alan Lazard.
Y'all let him go. You bring in Lazard. You bring in Devontae Adams. You already got Garrett Wilson. You got big dog in the backfield, Breece Hall. The defense wasn't too terrible, but you fired Robert Saleh. You blow the thing up.
The defense was bad. The offense is just terrible.
So y'all tell me in the chat, bro. Is it time to clean house? Is it time to get rid of Aaron Rodgers? Is it time to start over for the New York Jets? Because I know the New York Jets are frustrated.
They can't afford. I think something that I'm going to say, they can't afford to get rid of him.
They are frustrated. Everybody can afford to get rid of him. Look what the Broncos did.
I'm talking about like the Browns can't afford to get rid of Deshaun.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Jets. We're talking about the Jets.
I don't think the Jets. Do you think the Jets want to start over again?
You already fired your head coach.
Not that they should.
Worse without Robert Saleh.
Not that they should. Do you think the Jets want to start over? I don't think so.
It might not. You might not have a choice. You already got rid of Robert Saleh. We already wasted a year on Aaron Rodgers and this Achilles recovery, thinking he was going to be a resurgence, and he wasn't.
And you and I both said Saleh, and you and I both said Saleh was not the problem.
I think Saleh, because he's had the defense as good as it's been. Since Robert Saleh has been gone, they've been allowing over 28 points. They've been allowing points out, and then Kyler Murray. I think Call of Duty been out, and Call of Duty has been good if you have been playing. So
Call of Duty Kyler.
Yeah, Call of Duty Kyler. If it's good, he's good. If it's bad, then the team's bad.
MVP love, honestly, what do you think? MVP love?
I'm not sure because you are what are they 5 and what are they 6 and 4?
6 and 3, 6 and 4.
I mean that's a pretty good record.
Let me look. They are
6 and 4. I don't know because y'all division has been playing a little bad, but Kyler Murray has been balling. I'm gonna give him his props. He's been balling. The Jets, we seen the drop by Devontae Adams. He was basically a no-show in this game. The defense allowing the points that he allowed, and Aaron Rodgers, you can't score 6 points.
No,
it can't be 6-31. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how bad the defense is. It doesn't matter how bad your coaching was or whatever it was. I don't care. You got an interim head coach. I don't care. You are supposed to be Aaron Rodgers, the savior. He's slow. He doesn't move the way he used to move. He does not as accurate as he was when he was with the Green Bay. He's old Aaron Rodgers, not the old Aaron Rodgers of old. You feel me?
He's just old. He's just old.
Getting back to what I was saying, is it time to clean house, Vance? Is it time to get rid of these people?
I want to say no. I think you're right, but I want to say no, but you're right. They should clean house. They're not going to, but they should.
They should. Because Aaron Rodgers.
Here's the thing. They're not. Here's the thing we both know. They're not going to.
I'm not sure because you already fired your head coach. And then Aaron Rodgers, you already had 2 years. We were supposed to be
year.
We were supposed to be a QB away. We wasted a year on you snapping your Achilles. So we're already like, damn, we wasted a whole year. I don't care if as a fan and you're watching the NFL, when your quarterback goes down and he's gone for the year,
that's bad.
That's just a wasted year. You know what I'm saying? We were bad. We're going through that. We're going through our bad team taking these losses no matter how it goes. Just because your quarterback goes down and he's out for the year doesn't mean a fan is like, oh, yeah, our quarterback's hurt, that's so fair. We're good.
That's fair. You make a good point. I can't argue with that.
So that's just a waste of year. And then we actually get you on the field and you've been horrible.
Yeah, it has not been good. You've been right.
So we don't even know if you even been good, even with the Achilles healed. We don't know. That's what we're putting up there. We're just throwing it out there that he might have been good last year, and that's what we're doing. We're just throwing it out there. But that's just magic. That's just trickery.
I think the thing for me, and I want to ask you, but I think the thing for me is I think we both thought it would be better than it is.
I thought it would have been better. I'm pretty when you put surprising and then you put the list of teams under there.
Yes,
you will put Commanders at 1. You put Jets at 2. I think you will go Steelers after that. You'll go.
Honestly, for me, I don't know about you, but for me, Broncos.
Yeah, for you, Broncos. For me, it would be Commanders, Jets, Vikings.
That's a good one. I forgot about Vikings. Yeah,
Vikings. Those and that it probably stops there. Detroit's not surprising; they were dominant. So
no,
it probably
I'm talking
stops.
about them being. For me, I'm talking about record wise.
Yeah. But yeah, these guys they thought they were a QB away, and it just seems it's just surprising that they're
and it's
their
crazy
record?
And I think it's crazy that we're talking this bad about a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, man. And there's so many bad teams like 2-7, 3-7, 3.
Aaron Rodgers is a future Hall of Famer. Like make no question about it. This dude is a future Hall of Famer. There's no question. You may not like Aaron Rodgers, and I get that. He's hard to like at some points. I understand that. Even Dino, and Dino's not the biggest Aaron Rodgers guy. Dino will tell you same time, future Hall of Famer, and there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, but we're going off what you're doing for me now.
Yeah,
and what you're doing for me now is 3-7.
It's nothing.
You're shitty. You're one of the you're the bottom quarterbacks in the league. You bottom 10 in the league.
Yeah.
That's what you are. And the Jets, we didn't have you when you won the Super Bowl. We didn't have you when you had the MVPs. We were terrible. We had Jamal Adams.
That's it. And Mark's had an AFC title game. Mark Sanchez.
When you were out there, we had Jamal Adams.
Well, they made an AFC title game. I think it was 2011 with Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, Rex was there. But
yeah,
hey, it's
a tough one, man. It's difficult.
Yeah. That's very surprising. I thought the Jets would have been good because they were all on all of this about how good they were supposed to be and whatnot, but they weren't good at all. Next topic: should Eberflus be fired? Is it time to let go of Eberflus? Is it time to bring in another set of coaching play callers around Caleb Williams? Is it done for Eberflus in Chicago, Vance?
Yes, he should be done, but I don't know if you heard this. You're not gonna. If you agree with me, then you're not gonna like what I'm gonna tell you because I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think he should be? There's a reason I ask.
I think he should be. I think he should have been fired last year before Caleb even came in.
I say that.
I'm not only
because I have some news for you. The owners of the Bears have said they're going to live up to his contract. He's going to be here this year and next year.
Well, you can say something one day, and you can change your mind. And I changed my meal up.
Here's the thing, though.
Just a second ago,
I don't know if I understand that they're billionaires are talking about, but I don't know if I want to pay someone $20 million. I don't know if I want to just do that.
Yeah, but if he's being bad. In some cases, you pay $20 million to get out of here. This team is bad, Vance. You have the talent. You have the talent.
But I think it goes back to something you said. It's Chicago. Are we shocked?
I wouldn't be shocked if they end up keeping Eberflus, but I would also be shocked as well if they kept them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'll still be shocked, but because he's been there already. You've been here before, Caleb. Y'all were bad with Justin Fields, and when Justin Fields was doing good, you wanted to get rid of him and get the young guy.
You bailed on
doing
him.
Bad. And not to say Caleb Williams is under the good coaching system. Caleb Williams is also playing bad as well. He leads the league in missed target throws. He hasn't been accurate. Yes,
I saw that today. Yeah,
that has a lot to do with your old line, but some of those throws, Caleb Williams, you're in control of. You have Keenan Allen, you have DeAndre Swift, you have DJ Moore, and I can see some of that talent end up being gone next year if things don't happen because you can't have a record like this. You can't fall off a cliff like this and nothing come from it. You have to let somebody go. And who always goes first, Vance?
The coach. The coach.
The head coach.
Let me ask you a question, because it keeps coming to me. Is Caleb okay? I was watching the facility today. I watch a bunch of different shows. They were talking about how if you're Caleb and your confidence is already gone, you can't afford to be this bad much longer, or your confidence will be gone for good. Now, the one thing we got to stop doing, and you've said this too, I'm guilty of it. You probably have too, but you said it, and I'm now going to say it. We got to stop slapping the generational tag on these players. We have to. We have got to stop.
Too, and I would say this second, this is what we got to do. Stop throwing these kids away before they can even do something. He's still a rookie. Some guys don't come along as fast.
Look at Sam
Patrick
Darnold.
Mahomes didn't come as fast. Josh Allen didn't come that fast.
It took Sam Darnold 7 years.
Exactly. So we can't. Caleb Williams we've seen the talent he was at USC.
Yeah, look at like Sam Darnold, USC too. Sam Darnold also went to USC.
Yes.
It took him 7 years and 3 different teams.
Yeah, and being a backup and learning the scheme, and I feel like that had a lot. I'm sorry. After Sam Darnold probably left the 49ers and been in a winning culture, that's when he probably picked up a lot of things.
Because you said it, he probably learned how to win.
He learned how to win. He learned how to damn Kyle Shanahan, because he's in the room with Kyle Shanahan. He's seeing the plays that are being lined up, and he's probably planting some seeds in his head of getting some stuff from Kyle Shanahan. What he's
picking Brock's brain. He probably picked Brock's brain a little bit.
Exactly. So leaving there and coming to the Vikings, and you actually get a receiver, because Sam Darnold,
Justin Jefferson,
Sam Darnold had bags of chips when he was with the Jets. I don't think they had Garrett Wilson when he was with.
They didn't.
No, they didn't. Can't even like I said, all they had was Jamal Adams.
I'm not being rude. You could have been a receiver for that team.
I think they had Robbie Anderson.
Yes.
Like they were.
I don't mean to be. I'm being dead ass serious. You could have been a starting receiver on that team.
Exactly. But to end kind of that topic, Eberflus, I feel like he should be fired. Like I said, with Caleb Williams, his O-line is not that good. As you can see, the man's on the ground here, stained up, looking bad. He's pretty beat up. Caleb Williams is pretty beat up. But you got to cut the guy some slack. He is a rookie.
A little bit.
You are going. The thing about the second overall pick in there, and yes, the second overall picks have been looking better than the first overall picks, but the worst of the worst of the worst picks what, Vance? First. That's the worst team in the NFL. Worst. For a reason. You're going to the second worst after that. There's a difference between the second worst and the first worst.
Because here's the thing I will say, because Jaden for me, not the biggest guy in the world. What is the one thing that with Caleb, I've said this from day one, what does he try to do too much of?
I think he tried to be too much of a big playmaker. I think he wants to be. He tries to play
hero ball too much.
He wants to play hero ball too much, and we had a problem with Josh Allen doing that. He'd start turning over the ball a lot. And then I think it was 2 years, maybe two. Yeah. I think it was the year last year, not this year, but last year. He pretty bad and figured it out.
He figured out like I don't need to be Superman every play.
Yeah, and that's what Josh.
Look at him this year. He is playing out of his. Dino knows this. Some of you guys don't. Not named Brock Purdy. My favorite quarterback and not on my team to watch is Josh Allen. I know Dino knows that, so he doesn't need to hear this. But Josh Allen, I take him, yes. Does he throw a lot of interceptions? Yes. Now, the one thing that I want to say, because Dino said it, when he learned how to not play hero ball, and he was like, when he said, hey, I don't need to be Superman, I can be Clark Kent, he's playing out of his mind.
He is. He really is.
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to look at his stats right now because they're stupid.
Another stat while you're pulling that up. Yeah. Caleb Williams has now lost to every
the second and third pick.
And Bo. Yep. He lost the second and third to every quarterback that was really up there with him. He has
in the rookie
lost
class. In the rookie class. Yeah.
So hey.
Now I gotta ask some people a question because I got people, and I want to ask you this because you're neutral on this. You're starting a team right now. Caleb Williams or 262? Who you taking?
Oh, I'm taking Brock. If I got because Cliff Kingsbury is a good offensive coordinator. He's a great offensive play caller. So if you can run his scheme, you could play well.
Now, I want to ask you this, but I feel like I know the answer. 5 or 13?
5.
Next 15 years.
Still 5 because he can run the ball. He's very accurate. I would say he's probably more accurate than Brock Purdy. It's a stat that's out there that he's more accurate.
And that's actually nuts to say because Brock is super accurate.
Yeah, maybe not since after this week because he kind of was off this because he didn't have no passing touchdowns and he wasn't that accurate in this game.
Brock?
Nah, Daniels in this week.
Brock had
that might have changed, but he was pretty accurate in the last ones. But
he looked good.
To finish it off, you know what time it is. The hot seat. What we do with the hot seat, you gotta pick a person, any player from any sport all over the globe. Who is on the hot seat? Who should be fired? Who needs to be accounted for? Who is that problem that is on the hot seat that might not have a career coming up soon?
For me, it's not even Matt Eberflus.
Or be fired.
But it is a Bears player, but it's not Matt Eberflus.
Who is it? Caleb?
Shane
Waldron. Wow, that's
the offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Eberflus and him.
I want to tell you a funny thing. Every quarterback in the rookie class, except one team, has called what they call check down or easy plays for the quarterback. Bo Nix gets them. Your boy gets them. And Drake May gets them. It's 8 or 9 plays that, hey, get the first down and then take the big shot. Caleb is the only player. They don't scheme easy plays for him for some dumb reason. Now, Caleb is the one player he's got to improve quickly for one reason. I know you know this because you know football better than I ever will. He holds the ball way too long.
Yeah, he does hold the ball way too long.
You cannot hold the ball for 7 seconds, run around, and think you're at USC again. There's grown men running at you that want to hurt you.
Let someone say, hey,
hi,
what's
buddy.
up? Hey, what's up?
Hi, buddy.
Say, yeah. Say, we talking that sports talk. Say, Aaron Rodgers stinks.
What's up, buddy? What's up, bud? How you doing, buddy?
Taking all the shine. Taking all the shine. But back to what you was saying.
So Caleb doesn't get these. They don't scheme easy plays for him. It looks like everything they do it like it's challenging for him. It looks like he tries to play hero ball, like he's at USC. It's like, dude, just take the easy throw. If there's a check down, throw it. Don't take. Yeah. You got DJ Moore down the field. I get it. He's DJ Moore's no slouch. Don't get me wrong.
Trying to do too much.
Yeah, if you got the underneath there to Cole Kmet, just throw it to him.
Yeah. But my person that's on the hot seat has to be Aaron Rodgers. Has to be. No question, no doubt. If we're gonna start holding people accountable, because we seen Aaron Rodgers do it too many times. You put Mike Williams under the bus in post game after he supposedly ran the wrong route. You put him under the bus. Now he's gone. You put the rest of your team under the bus when we wanted to bring in all these players that you're asking for and these wide receivers that are not doing. Oh, we're going to get Devontae. We're going to get this. You put the Green Bay under the bus. They're not coaching. And look what Green Bay is doing with Jordan Love. Look what they're doing.
Yeah.
So,
but I think that's more so
karma. It's karma.
No, I think, to be honest, look at Green Bay's last 3 quarterbacks. Green Bay have always had good quarterbacks. He went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. I think that's Green Bay just knows how to develop quarterbacks. I don't think it's karma. I think it's
they do know how to develop quarterbacks.
Yeah, Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. Name me another organization that's had 3 straight great
Aaron Rodgers is having his Brett Favre moment.
Yes. And they both had it with the Jets.
That's what it is.
What I'm saying is it's not Aaron Rodgers. I think it's the Jets.
No, I think it's Aaron Rodgers. You're playing bad. He's playing bad. And you're blaming everybody.
I'm not.
Don't tell me, Chad.
I'm putting it on him, but I'm saying Favre had his moment too. What team was he with? The Jets.
Yeah. And then he went go to the Vikings. So
I don't know. I think you're right though. Like it's
he might be finding a new team after this year. I'm telling you.
Might be. But he might have a resurgence. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe he have a good one good year with a team that actually has a great scheme, a good coaching staff. Like Aaron Rodgers, you're too far in your career to come save an organization. Yes. Jets need saving. You are a veteran quarterback who is the oldest quarterback in the league. You don't need to be saving. You need to be doing what Tom Brady did. Go and join a stacked team, has everything, a nice defense. Pay.
No, I have people that tell me, well, this is hurting his Hall of Fame status. No, there's no chance. This dude is a Hall of Famer.
He's won like 4 MVPs.
The people like, well, he's gonna hurt. Yeah, Super Bowl champ, 4-time MVP. Like, he's hurting his Hall of Fame. I'm like, no, he's a Hall of Famer. There's no chance.
No.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Not at all. Not at all.
Now, before we go, I got one thing because what's your basketball one?
On the hot seat?
Doc?
Oh, yeah. Giannis and them still on the hot seat. You've been losing all these games.
What do they have to do to get off of it?
Win games.
I was going to say make a final.
Make a final? Oh, yeah, because you got Dame. You just traded for Dame and all that stuff. Like, you got to. But
make a final.
We going to get out of here with this. We got the Dolphins playing. We got Dolphins and Rams right now. Dolphins are up 7-0. How do you feel about that game? Who is going to win? Who's going to come out on the dub?
I want the Dolphins to win, but they're not going to.
I want the Dolphins to win. I think the Dolphins are going to win. Tyreek Hill, you got Tua back. They're a playoff team with Tua in there. Let's be real.
Yes.
When Tua's into the lineup, Dolphins are a playoff team.
No, they're legit. Absolutely. They're legit.
Yeah. Waddle goes off. Tyreek goes off. They know how to. They know the play called. McDaniels knows how to draw it up. Achane is a very great quarterback. I mean, very great running back. Rams, you got Puka Nacua, you got Cooper Kupp, you got Matthew Stafford. Defense is not too shabby. So this game is going to be real good. We're going to get out of here and watch this so we can give you some good content tomorrow. Tune in at 7 p.m. tomorrow to Inside the Lines. I thank y'all for having it today. We got some great people in the comments. Raise the sales. Toxic FPV. If anyone y'all wanted to put y'all comments into the comment section after our live stream is done on any of the topics we talked about, put it in the comment section. I will respond to it even after the live stream is finished. I always respond to it. If y'all put y'all comments in the comment section now at the last minute, I'll put it up. But whatever, I will respond at any time I am available because I love to do this. Yes, we have jobs on the side. Yes, we got things to do on the side. But when your dream is your dream, bruh, you're going to get to it at any means, man. Make it happen. Tune in to Inside the Line tomorrow. I thank y'all. God bless, baby.
God bless.